YouTube is changing. And if you're still vlogging like it's 2019, you're gonna get left behind.
Sam Solik is the epitome of like the perfect vlogger. It doesn't even seem like he's trying to do anything. He's literally just talking. Like that's like the magic.
You're using this new style of vlogging on your current channel.
That channel has gotten more views, more subscriber growth, and more monetization in the last 6 months than my channel did arguably in a 10-year period before that. And it's because of this new style of vlogging. The format that I use to come up with vlogs that actually get views, I call it the 3 T's. If you follow this method, every single vlog, you don't need to do a lot.
You gotta just press record.
I'm so fired up because we're gonna be talking about why most vloggers fail and how you can succeed with the new style of vlogging. My special guest today, Benji Travis, is actually a almost lifelong friend now, co-author of a book we wrote together, YouTube Secrets. And some people might not know that we built up a whole channel together called Video Influencers. What, in your definition, is the old way of vlogging versus the new way?
So the old way of vlogging birthed from a necessity for extra content, behind the scenes content. We're talking 2010. My wife, I'll use as the example. She was a beauty guru doing makeup looks, hairdos, built up an audience around that very specific need. But they also started getting closer to my wife, like wanting to get to know her beyond the makeup. So because of it, she wanted to do content that had nothing to do with beauty. And at first she was putting it on her main channel. I said, hey, maybe you should start a secondary channel. I didn't even call it a vlogging channel because that wasn't a thing yet. And then by 2012, it became daily vlogging and it became its own niche. The thing about the old way of vlogging is you needed a large audience, like my wife. You vlogged your whole day. So it was about making it entertaining or creating an entertaining day for the sake of the vlog. But ultimately it led to really high production, lots of editing, crazy travels, drone shots. At the height of that old style of vlogging, Casey Neistat comes in, right? His entry into daily vlogging was when I think vlogging became the niche that was recognized not only by the viewers, but also by YouTube and just creatives all around. But people got burnt out, including Casey Neistat. Now, funny enough, guess who kept on vlogging, right? Me and my wife, we just always stayed in our lane. We didn't start vlogging to become vloggers. It was just something that Judy wanted to do as an extension of her normal content. Fast forward to 2020. People were yearning for something more. They wanted longer content. They wanted more relaxed content. They wanted to connect with something they didn't even know. I saw inside of there vlogging coming back. The difference is the new style of vlogging is taking advantage of all the things that we talk about in YouTube Secrets, right? Taking advantage of the power of search, ranking, and suggestions by focusing on a topic. So why I'm obsessed with this new style of vlogging, it's not just for people with a big audience, it's for literally anybody that wants to start creating content and connecting with a community by being more focused, thinking about what could rank, and relying on the power of suggestion to do it, to be able to get views, even when you're just starting, even if you've never created content before.
I love that breakdown. You've been back for about 6 months, 140 episodes of the new style of vlogging. Describe what it is exactly that you're doing.
Yeah, and I'll bring it back to what my channel was. You were actually in the very first video, which is kind of crazy. You can even maybe show it. And it was just supposed to be an opposite of Judy, doing very, female-centric content, beauty-related stuff. And it's called Benji Man TV. I was going to do manly stuff. And literally the first episode was about a steak, right? Cooking a steak. So it quickly became a cooking channel. But at one point, I basically stopped uploading to that channel. That was, I want to say 2019. So about 3 to 4 years, nothing. It was dead in the water, cold channel. Now, there was still an audience, but no one knew what was going on in terms of my food stuff. So last year, after seeing this new wave of content creators, seeing this vlogging come back to the surface, I was like, okay, this is not only something that people want again at a high level, but I've learned so much between us writing the book, starting Video Influencers, interviewing so many other great content creators. I want to apply the best practices to vlogging style content. So last December 1st, I decided, hey, I'm going to do 30 days of vlogging. By the way, that's how me and Judy's channel started. We're just going to do 30 days. And then it ended up being 12 years or whatever. And so I was like, hey, but I'm going to start vlogging in a way where rather than vlogging from when I wake up to nighttime, which would be hard to do because I'm already doing that still to this day with Judy, right? In our family vlog. I was just going to isolate it to one topic or takeaway. So whether it's me going to the grocery store, shopping for a recipe, or me actually cooking the recipe, all you're going to see in my vlog is that one thing, and it's going to be isolated and focused to that. Long story short, that video, that channel has gotten more views, more subscriber growth, and more monetization in the last 6 months than my channel did arguably in a 10-year period before that. And it's because of this new style of vlogging, which is a lot more focused, and it's taken advantage of what we both know is powerful about YouTube: search and suggestion.
You did a video called What's Inside a Business Costco. You pick one topic, one idea, and you vlog, you film it vlog style, you narrate through it vlog style, but you start, you stop, and it doesn't include like, I'll get to Costco later, but first I'm brushing my teeth and doing a cold plunge or whatever. But it's just all about that one title, one promise. So there's focus there. That video though is 4 months old and it's getting 281 views per hour, which is wild because...
And still growing.
Growing. Yep. Yeah. A couple 100,000 views. So really you've ranked a vlog, but it's interest-based, it's topic-based, it's search-based. And in a way, it's a vlog style of video creation is kind of what you're talking about, this new way of vlogging. Is that accurate?
There's a whole community out there that loves Costco content. And I know the creators that do the best Costco content. They're showing up, sometimes multiple times a week to Costco. They're doing tutorials about Costco. They're like the top 10 best sells of Costco this week. And those guys are the first place guys, okay? They are specifically trying to rank for Costco related search terms. So this is what I talk about. We talk about in YouTube Secrets, the power of search. So they're trying to rank their videos. You are amazing at teaching that, right? What happens once they watch their videos the next time they come to YouTube? Is there a high chance that YouTube wants to suggest more content like it?
Not only is there a high chance that there will be suggested other Costco content from other creators, but we just did a survey. 7 out of 10 people are seeing small and new creators being recommended around niche topics. So to your exact point, watch a big Costco video about anything, and you could be recommended multiple different creators talking about Costco.
Not just that, though. The longer version of it. See, think about this logically. If you go and search for something and YouTube gives you the video and it gives you the answer or satisfies your need, you're done. You don't actually need to see another video like that. But next time you go on, guess what? You might want the deep dive version. So my business Costco, right? By the way, I do a lot of Costco videos. I've done Costco in different countries. I've done Costco's at regular Costco's, but they're longer. They're a little more relaxed. They go deeper into the aisles, no pun intended. Like I'm literally like vlogging everything. And these videos, instead of these more optimized ones that are perfect for search, for a quick answer, right? And they can be like 2 to 10 minutes. Mine are 20 to 30 minutes long sometimes. And a lot easier to create. And in fact, because the way I vlog it, it's not as optimized and not as ADD, not like jump cutty, right? It's like you're talking to a friend. So you've already seen the video you want to see, but then next time you come onto YouTube, and everybody can relate to this, you open up your phone app, you go onto YouTube, boom, there's a suggestion for another Costco video. You go onto youtube.com, bam, there's this, what is this guy showing up 30 minutes? He's at a business Costco? Is that a 5-gallon bucket of soy sauce? Like, I'm curious about this. You don't have to compete against the guys that are very produced, that've got teams, that have amazing editors. I'm not trying to compete against ranking. I'm taking advantage of suggested videos post rank and viewed.
So then how do you think about your videos and really outline them?
Okay. The format that I use to come up with vlogs that actually get views, I call it the 3 T's. Theme, takeaway or topic, and telling stories. So the first thing is have a theme for your channel. So you mentioned this. My channel is all around my passion for food. Why the theme is important is because you're going to connect with other people that also are passionate about that same theme. The theme could be real estate. The theme could be gardening. The theme could be cameras. We would call this a niche back in the day, but the nice thing about the new style vlogging, it doesn't have to be super niche-y, right? It can be a little more broad, like mine is super broad. The second part is the takeaway or topic. That's more applied to the video. So you still want a topic or takeaway that you're focused on your vlog, every single vlog. I never get tempted to go the old style, which is like, let me start with brushing my teeth, right? It's almost like a joke. Like, who would want to watch it? But vloggers did that in the old way of vlogging. So when I get new vlogging students, a lot of them say, hey, after taking my course, they'll like show me their first vlog. And it's exactly that. They're like waking up, all Casey Neistatting. They're like brushing their teeth, trying to make it look all interesting. Not necessary. If you have a takeaway or topic that you're focused on, you don't need all the fluff of the rest of your day. So that takeaway or topic, the quickest way to understand what that should be, within your theme, right? Mine being food, what is a question you can answer? So if you can create 100 questions that people that in that theme have, you can create a topic or a takeaway. So the topic being like how to cook Filipino chicken adobo, right? I'm going to answer that question in my vlog. I might go to the grocery store and show me picking up the ingredients. I don't have to, right? The canvas for this is really wide. Or the takeaway. You can have a topic and a takeaway. A takeaway is really answering the question, right? You might vlog about like a food-centric video. The takeaway is more about, I learned a new technique within the chicken adobo recipe, right? So the topic was the chicken adobo recipe, but what you're focused on is this like really crazy hack that you learned from doing 100 chicken adobo recipes, and that is the takeaway. See, that's what's going to set you apart from all the other videos that are just like, Food Network style teaching in the video. So a topic and a takeaway, or a topic or a takeaway, right? The video just has to be focused on this. And the last element is tell stories. Why telling stories is important is, number one, that's what makes vlogs relatable, because you're just talking about whatever your opinion is, your experience, your perspective. That's what makes Sam Sulek really interesting enough to watch for 40 minutes, because literally the guy just talks. Like almost awkwardly. Like he's like, okay, so guys, I just thought about the reason I pull this cable this way is because, the angle that this cable goes across your chest, it's like activating this muscle. He's not even thinking or talking like an instructor. He's just talking like a guy you'd work out with at the gym. He's just telling a story the same way you would tell your family or friends when you're hanging out with them, but it's within the topic or takeaway. So chicken adobo, right? A story I might tell. And I did this literally the other day. I told this story about, man, I never really made chicken adobo myself, is because mama always made the chicken adobo. That's why this is the first time I'm actually making it for the kids. Man, mama's chicken adobo was amazing. Maybe that's why I didn't. That's like a kind of small story, maybe more relevant for my audience because, I have that thing. But again, it's a story that I'm integrating, because the old way of not just vlogging, but the old style YouTube that we would teach is you chop all that out. You're chopping all the personality out of the thing to get to this optimized, rankable thing. When you tell stories, you're sharing the unique thing that nobody can compete with. No one can replicate that. No one's lived your life and seen the world through your eyes. And if you tell a story, you're sharing maybe the same chicken adobo recipe that 100 or 1,000 other creators have made recipes about, but you're doing it in your own unique way. And that's why you have to add that. So have a theme for your channel, the first T, take a topic for your video, and tell stories within your vlogs. If you follow this method, every single vlog, you don't get tempted to become Casey Neistat, have a drone chase you, right? Or be my wife, we live like vlogs from morning to nighttime. Nothing wrong with those things, right? But if you do those things, you don't need to do a lot. Over time, you'll get better, because in addition to actually getting views and building an audience, what I'm trying to get people to do is do the reps. So this gives them kind of a format to follow, to do the reps, to actually get the experience you need to move up a level. Because all the courses, all the coaching, you and I know, people have read that thing 4 or 5 times and they're not putting up videos. Until you put up the videos, you don't learn anything.
It's brilliant, and that's such a great framework, the 3 T's. So do you, a lot of times, like maybe you're lying in bed and thinking about your video for the next day, or are you driving on your way and thinking about, okay, I'm going to Costco. What's kind of like the packaging of this? What's going to be the theme?
But I'll give you a good example of one, right? Because I literally just did it yesterday. I've gone to Costco like 30 times. I do once a week because we need stuff. 5 kids, lots of milk, drink, right? But how do I make this different? Okay, you know what? I always spend a lot of money. You and I both know inflation's a problem. So it's like, what would happen if I just forced myself to spend $100? So
you gave yourself a challenge.
Gave myself a challenge, right?
Like a box to get inside.
Got a box. And why this is like starting to brew, and you're probably already seeing where this is going. I was like, oh, that would be an interesting title. So I need to go to Costco to shop, but I also know there's a lot of people that watch my videos because they want to know what's a good deal, what's a good value. So I was like, okay, now the title's starting to show up in my brain. I went even farther than that. I was like, what $100 buys you at Costco versus Safeway? Because I don't like getting eggs at Costco, right? So I was like, oh, the thumbnail could be me in the middle, Costco on one side, and then Safeway on the other. Now, I'm not advocating for people to do over-optimized or overly produced thumbnails, but the point is, as you do this more and more, you start getting the instinct and the rhythm. I was like, okay, I'm going to go on there. I've got this list of things. I'm going to go in. The first thing I'm going to say is, hey, you guys, you know, I was thinking, how much does $100 buy you at Costco? I'm going to challenge myself to see if I can keep this under $100 because it's always like $200 or $300.
No doubt.
And I'll just give it away. I actually hit $100, which is kind of crazy, but it meant that I wasn't tempted by snacks or whatever. I went to Safeway afterwards. I showed what $100 buys there, which, surprise, surprise, was a lot less. And that was the takeaway.
Yeah.
On top of the topic within my theme. And guess what? The story is this. The story I told, remember that telling the story is the 3rd T. I'm always spending so much money, or like I'm always tempted to buy this. So other people would have done that and Mr. Beastified it and made it like a quick thing, a challenge or whatever. I relax it. And like even in the middle of the things, like, oh, by the way, this detergent right here, never buy the pods, right? Get the powdered stuff. I'm telling like a little mini story within it that is related to somebody that is like thinking about value or whatever, but wouldn't be optimized for like a rankable video. That is just something that came up yesterday. And that is my process. Every single time. That one was just like a little bit heightened. I was like, I'm gonna show Judy.
That's super strong. And it's not out yet, but I bet that actually really crushes.
Well, let's just see.
What are you using for gear and why?
So for me, I'm using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It's got some accessories. I'm using the Creator Bundle. I like that camera because it's light, it's small. I like that it has like a low profile tripod so I can put it on a shelf when I'm at a grocery store. I use it for my regular vlog too, my family vlog. And the microphone, it directly connects into the camera. So you don't need a receiver. So for all the like techies out there, you know the benefit of it. But to have a second one, also connect directly to the camera. Whenever I have a second guest on, right? Maybe sometimes my kids on there. I'll tell you this, even if you don't use the mics, the onboard mic is good enough too, because part of the appeal of vlogs is it's casual. Like my wife, she doesn't like it when I use a mic for vlogging for our family channel because she wants it to have this certain feel, which is more casual feel. You want the creation process to be easy and the editing process to be easier. And it's seamless on the DJI Osmo, but not necessary.
Yeah, and the Osmo's so nice because of the gimbal, it can be smooth when you're walking. It's a really beautiful shot. Check out show notes and we'll link to our videos and reviews of that if you want to see some tutorials and whatnot. So we've touched a lot on monetization. Let's just isolate it around what are you doing and what are you thinking in terms of your Benji Travis channel, new era vlogging, monetization. What's the approach? What's happening with it?
So number one, before any kind of monetization, it's really important. There is no monetization without influence, okay? There is no monetization without views and there's no monetization without videos. So when I set off to do this new style vlogging, this new era that I'm in for my food vlog, I was purely just thinking about what's content that people want to watch, that I can create, that I have fun doing. So that was my focus because I know that the money will follow. Now, you and I both also understand, because we talk about this in YouTube Secrets, having kind of a general plan is going to be good so you know where you're going towards. And I knew that AdSense is going to be a thing, brand deals is going to be a thing, and I could potentially sell my own products. But the thing about the new style vlogging, a lot of it leans on longer videos. Well, guess what loves longer videos? YouTube and Google AdSense, because they can run multiple ads. So what happened that I didn't expect? My AdSense went way up, my monetization. I made more from AdSense in 6 months more than 6 years. Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because not only am I making vlogs that people want to view, but also I'm doing longer ones. So I'm guessing multiple ads. I'm not even an expert at ads, right? But I just know generally how they work. They watch a video, they get an ad. The longer the video, the more ads that can play, okay? Secondly, when you're focused on a theme, right? Mine being food, it's going to be easier to get brand deals. Now, I've been doing brand deals literally since the beginning of our YouTube. So I just knew inevitably, guess what would happen? I wouldn't even have to pitch brands. They would come to me. So guess what happened? I start getting more DMs. I start getting email inquiries like, hey, would you guys have this in your food vlog? This is the first time they're coming to me direct. But guess what? It's because it's inevitable. It's going to happen because there's products, there's businesses, there's companies that need advertising. And I say this kind of bold. Influencer marketing will be the only marketing, in my opinion. Even if it's an ad, it'll be like an influencer, right? Whether it's a celebrity or creator that's doing the ad, and that is a form of influencer marketing. And so my point is this. I knew that would happen. Without me having to go pitch it or like pursue it, people were pursuing me, pitching me. And so I did a brand deal not too long ago and it went really well. And funny enough too, I'm vlogging in a way that I knew would be good for brands, but better for my viewers. And I knew that I wouldn't change anything. So when I do brand deals, I'm very like hardline about it. I'm not going to create a commercial for you. You're going to be integrated.
It's so integrated in
I don't do
your
standalone.
style.
So like just the lingo is standalone versus integration. Standalone is where you almost become like a commercial, versus integration. They get to integrate their product or brand into my content and I get full creative, even if that means I have to say no to things. So that will happen, and that is happening for me, and I've got a whole bunch lined up. And then third, for me, long term would be selling my own product, because what happens after you get enough views? You're going to get subscribers and you're going to get fans. Okay. Just a little funny last story about this. This guy came up to me and said, Benji, I appreciate what you're doing for me on your channel. Thank you so much. And I know it was a Costco viewer because he was at Costco and he just went on. Because when I think about the topic or takeaway from my vlogs, what am I thinking? How can I help somebody? Because even though my food, if food is my theme, ultimately I'm thinking like, what is something they're going to walk away from that they're going to benefit? You do that enough times, people appreciate you. And he literally said this. So what's the next logical step? When I ask for something, they probably will reciprocate by buying merch, buying my cookbook, buying whatever I put out there. But what I knew in the beginning, this is why I started the answer with this. I'm starting with the value first and everything else will follow. And guess what? Even to this day, when I wake up, I'm not thinking, how do I monetize that video? I'm like, how do I make the best vlog that's going to help somebody today? And if you keep doing that, not only should your views go up, but also your ability to make money goes up. We don't have enough time right now to talk about it, but yes, all those other things, AdSense, brand deals, selling your own products can happen. Even like selling courses, by the way.
Well, I have one more question for you, but this has been an amazing conversation. So grateful you came on. And I want to encourage listeners a few things. One, if you love this idea of the new era of vlogging, Benji's class will break down what we've talked about and even more, totally free. You can go to vloggeracademy.com or just click the link in the description down below. And that's a free deep dive masterclass to tap into this. I really am excited because this is the easy vlogging method that really every creator could do to have more views. Not that you're just aspiring to be a vlogger, but if you want to incorporate this style in real estate, in business, in education, in niche, it actually, Benji's inspiring me because I want to get away from my desk. I'm just at my desk so much. And I recognize that with my phone, I got to get an Osmo.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
After doing this for 16 years, you and I have different eras. One of the number one questions is it too late? It's definitely not too late. And in fact, I think that YouTube has legs to go on for much longer than I've ever thought. But more importantly, if you're a creator and you know how to create content that people want to watch, man, the future looks bright for you, because one thing we didn't talk about is cable cutting, people not signing up for satellite TV, even canceling their streaming services. And the default app that they're opening up and watching content on is YouTube. And that's what's crazy about YouTube Secrets. We wrote it in a way that it would be timeless. YouTube is growing. So I believe that planting your flag on YouTube, which is crazy because we changed the title of our book because we saw this, is going to be a good place to do it. And YouTube, if you do what I'm talking about and build up a core audience, you could be doing this for the next 10 years and it's going to be all upside, as long as you follow your fun and you always think about what's good for the viewers. And I think YouTube will be the best place to do it for the next decade.
Benji Travis, links in the description to check out Benji on Instagram and everything else that we talked about. Share this out. My name is Sean Cannell, your guide to building a profitable YouTube channel. We'll catch you in the next one.